And there has been an increase of 333% in the number of Texas children killed because of gun violence, covering the same January to May period last year. In Harris County, there's been a 15% decrease in sexual offenses this year compared to last. And 175 people have been killed by defendants out on bond or bond forfeiture. I know this because of the new system now in place by Crime Stoppers of Houston, and that's just the start of what will soon be available. Joining me this morning, Crime Stoppers of Houston CEO, Rania Mancarios, and Sydney Zeiker, the Safe Community Institute Director for Crime Stoppers. Good morning to both of you. Why does Crime Stoppers see the need to have something like this?
Well, as the community is becoming more concerned about crime issues, they're asking more questions. And to be honest, we're in this industry, and sometimes we have a hard time pulling data and numbers. We wanted to spend the time, and it's taken some time, to build a resource center, a one-stop shop where the average person can go and get real-time information and that they can use in a productive way.
So, Sydney, talk about all the components and the people that have to come together to make these numbers work in an effective way.
You know, that's a really great question because there are so many different elements that have to happen for this research center to be the resource that we need the community to have. We are pulling data from the district clerk's office, from Texas DPS, from the FBI Uniform Crime Trends Report, as well as looking at more of an educational component. We've decided to add in a whole section that helps explain who does what in our community, because we see that's such a need. Yes, people are asking for numbers, but they also need to know how to interpret those numbers and who does what.
So there's been a big focus in recent months, and in fact the past year, on the number of deaths that have taken place at the hands of people who've been out on bond or released on bond. Talk about the Crime Stoppers' role in bringing that situation to the forefront and what this new effort can do to help us all understand what's going on within our system. It seems to me that the more information we can get from the system you're putting together enables us to be advocates and intelligent advocates about what we need to do to decrease our crime.
And intelligent advocates, that's the word. You know, people care and they're concerned, but it actually creates more chaos when they're frustrated, emotional, and yelling at the wrong people about the wrong things. Look, we don't want anyone yelling at anybody, but we want an informed citizenry that can take information and bring solutions to the table. We have a problem in Harris County. We have a problem in many major cities across the country where criminal justice reform is sort of dismantling one system without a substitute up and running. You're seeing violent, habitual defendants out over and over and over again. This is horrific for family violence. This is horrific for crime and just people living their daily lives. How many kids have to be killed and lose their lives? It's not sustainable. So if we can look at the numbers, we can offer information, eventually solutions will come out of this and we'll have an informed citizenry that will get involved.
So Sydney, talk about the timeline for all of this, what you want the Safe Community Institute and the Research Center to ultimately be able to do. I know that some things are available now, some things are going to be available as of September or late August, something like that.
So in June, we released our first half of the year crime index, and that index goes over children killed due to gun violence, sexual assault rates, homicide rates, aggravated assault rates, and that will be updated monthly. We're also adding in children injured due to gun violence this month. So that's already available on our website, crime-stoppers.org, and you can find that monthly. The rest of our center, or a good chunk of our center, will be readily available in early fall. So we're looking September 1st is really our target date for that. And that will include a dashboard that's interactive. Of course, it won't be every single thing that the Research Center will ever have, but it will be a good starting place for everyday community members to come to look at crime trends now and a bit historically. We're looking to go back to 2015 initially and then continue back from there so that we can see how things have changed. And then that also educational element will be available.
So I went to the website and I've got video of the website itself to talk about the way to get to this through the Crime Stoppers webpage, which is pretty easy to do actually. You go to the webpage right there, the main Crime Stoppers webpage, and from that you can go to the top there and click on it and click down and find that resource there. And so slide on over there and boom, you get the Glenda Gordy Research Center, which I think you have to tell me who Glenda Gordy is. And then we have this information, which is there now, which gives us, this basically whets our appetite about what's going on. And there's going to be more, and there's going to be more interactive later on.
Yes.
So I can't wait. That's going to be great. So who's Glenda Gordy?
Glenda Gordy, Russell Gordy are wonderful. They're just part of a wonderful Houston family, a law enforcement family, but they are huge philanthropists and helped us get the building done. Our single largest donor early on in the campaign, and they have a love and a heart for the mission. And so when we launched the research center, Glenda's a teacher and has done so much to educate the community. We wanted it to be in her name.
It takes partnerships with you, it doesn't.
Yes.
Let's talk about the value of that, and I'll say that knowing that our next guest is going to be here is one of your partners now, a classic example of a partnership. Talk about how important it is for you as an organization to have these partners in the community.
Listen, I've always been in love with the mission of Crime Stoppers. 16 years at this organization, and I hope it's another 16 or 60 years. But we can't do anything without partners, and to have the partners that are coming to the table now that are saying we support you, we want to expand your message, we want to give you resources and help you reach more people. I mean, it leaves me speechless to some degree to have people like Jim McIngvale step up and say, I'm standing by your side. Tillman Fertitta to support rewards, the Gordy family. You know, the list goes on and on. Sheridan Williams, who's been chairing our gala. We are so moved and so thankful, and we continue to hope for more partners.
So you can go to the website and you can find out all the people who are doing that as well. Rania Moncario, Sydney Zeiker, thank you so much for what you're doing. I'm looking forward to the unveiling of the Big Time Interactive. I'll probably spend about 9 days doing that, so it'll be fun to do that and get all the information I need. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Just ahead.